Hello there, welcome to the Adam and Joe podcast, coming to you this week from the Tate Modern, London's foremost and newest art gallery, which has just been rehung.
That's right, there's now 50% more modern art here.
50% bonus art, free. So of course here in the Tate Modern there's a massive foyer, isn't there?
It's giant.
It used to be an old steam factory, didn't it?
They built the Hindenburg there.
There you go. And they try and fill it with art, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Some artists are very successful, like the man that did the big sunset. That was brilliant.
I never saw the big sunset.
Oh, it was amazing. Mirrors on the ceiling, a big sunset was fantastic.
Mirrors on the ceiling.
Then there was that chick that put all the plastic white boxes in.
Never saw that
Miss
either.
Negative Space. What's she called?
Tracy
Chapman.
Rachel Whiteread.
Yeah.
Tracy Emin.
Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman.
And that was bollocks.
Yeah, I didn't see
Everyone said, I think even she admitted it was bollocks. You can't just chuck a whole lot of white boxes in. It's become a major London tourist attraction, though, the big gallery. And I want to know, Adam, as an artist, you went to art school.
I did.
What would you do with it? How would you fill such an enormous space?
Well, I'm glad you asked me. I think what I would do is I'd blow up a load of balloons.
I like this already.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I would fill the whole place with balloons. So
brilliant.
if you wanted to get in there, there'd be just enough room. It wouldn't be absolutely jam-packed, right?
Yeah.
But it would be...
What, the whole space with balloons?
Yeah, the whole space. It would...
A lot of balloons. It's a big space.
It's an expensive piece.
Would you blow them up yourself? Would there be something artistic about the air inside the balloons?
Exactly.
Would you get East End underprivileged kids to blow the balloons up? No.
Celebrities.
Celebrities?
Yeah.
Would you write the name of the celebrity on the balloon?
That's right.
Man, that's a really good idea.
You know?
Get celebrities to blow up balloons.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you fancied that celebrity, you could undo the balloon.
And suck out the celebrity's
Suck
air.
out the celebrity air. Imagine what it would stink of. If Tony Blair had blown up a balloon, it would stink of lies. Yeah?
Yeah.
And fascism.
A balloon full of lies. And empty promises.
It would stink of empty promises.
This reeks of empty promises.
If it was Dermot O'Leary's balloon, what would it stink of? Cocks. It would just stink of cocks. XFM.
Now, Joe, I was a bit worried this week because I feel as if I'm turning into my dad in lots of ways. This was just things that I found myself saying to them that I thought, oh, God, I can't believe I'm actually coming out
saying
with
to your
that stuff.
parents? Or saying to your kids?
Saying to my children,
right.
You know, that my parents used to say to me, and I'm just sort of saying it as a fallback, you know, without even thinking about it, just automatically towards them.
I bet all these things are very wise.
Okay, well,
I
see
bet
what
these are all words of wisdom.
Don't sit too close to the TV, I was saying this week.
Very wise.
What's the reason for that?
Because it's bad for your eyes.
Bad for your eyes. It can't be that bad, can it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, especially for child's eyes that are still forming.
Yeah.
Those eyes are still growing. Having said that, is it not true that your eyes are the only things that don't get bigger as you grow?
I think that's right. Yeah, they stay
when
the same size.
When you're born, your eyes are the same size.
Yeah, the eyeballs.
Is that really so?
That's so.
Babies, that's why babies have big eyes.
Exactly.
That's why children have big eyes.
Yeah. Well, you see, I once got that fact confused in my head, and I swore blind to someone in a big argument that the one part of the human body that stays the same size your whole life, from birth till death, is your head.
When was this? When did that argument happen?
Probably not that long ago. No, this is like 10 or 15 years ago. I remember having this argument. And these people were like, what? Your head? So like a baby's head is the same as a fully grown adult's head?
That's simply not true.
No, of course it's not true. And I was completely insane. But I just dug myself so deep into this hole of erroneousness, I couldn't get out of it again. I did the same thing once with an argument about how fast supersonic flight was. I swore blind and got really angry about it and just said, you're so stupid, don't you realise that supersonic flight, i.e. Concorde, went at the speed of light.
Yeah, that's much too fast.
Yeah.
So don't sit too close to the TV.
Don't sit too close to the TV.
I think you're right. I think that's important for kids.
Yeah.
Because TV's exciting. I tell you the other thing, Adam, is televisions have got bigger and more powerful since we were children. So if anything, you should say... You should make them sit even further away than you did.
In the next room.
Imagine all the lethal things that are coming out of that telly.
Lasers,
poltergeists, videodromes.
Sillet
bang, subliminal advertising.
I
Tell them to face the other way, in fact.
Yeah. Just get out. No TV.
No TV.
Bible.
Yeah. Get in the cupboard and read the Bible.
Get in the cupboard and read the Bible. Here's the other thing. Now, this is the thing that really gets me about being a dad. Put the DVDs back in their boxes.
Oh, would you please?
Come on, you can relate to that, right?
Yeah, I don't like grubby fingers over the DVDs.
I mean, it's maddening. These things
Why
cost...
do you let them touch the DVDs?
They shouldn't be allowed to. And so they just grab the things and they take it out of the player. They don't put it back in the box. You know, they put the thing face down. It scratches up the silver side.
What are they watching? Zombie flesh eaters? Private in Seychelles? What kind of things are they watching?
Debbie Does Dallas, that kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope you've put all that stuff on the top shelf.
Yeah, no, that's all on the top shelf. They don't, but that's something that you can relate to, and most parents can relate to. That's fury and frustration with not treating the DVDs properly. Do you think I'm turning into my dad for that?
I think you are, yes.
Oh, no.
But you should be proud. Your dad's a good man.
This is XFM.
Hey, welcome back. This is Adam and Joe. We're in the Tate Modern this week.
Yeah, things are much more relaxed because we're up in the cafe on the top floor with a beautiful view of London. It's emptying out because I'm a bit drunk. Had some arty beer, and everyone's leaving. And it's been an amazing day of modern art. It's been confusing, exciting, boring. All the things which art is, isn't it, Adam?
Who's your favourite artist? Your favourite modern artist?
Leonardo da Vinci Code is
Leonardo
my favourite
DiCaprio.
one. Leonardo DiCaprio is my least favourite artist.
What about Tracy Eminem?
Tracy M&M's is Tracy Peanut M&M's I like. I don't like Tracy Chocolate M&M's.
No.
No. Madonna is obviously very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, on her cross and all that
What
sort
about
of stuff. Madonna on the cross.
Do you like the old masters like Gary Bushell?
Gary Bushell?
Gary Bushell.
Is he supposed to sound like a real old master?
He's supposed to sound Italian, like Gary Baldy or something. Gary Bushell.
My favourite artist is the artist formerly known as Prince.
Nice.
Yeah. God.
XFM.
So it's movie review time. This time reviewing a movie that I've seen. You haven't seen it though, have you, Adam?
Which one is it? Superman.
Super boop 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 boop. That's how you say it.
Super boop boop boop
Super boop 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 boop. That's how John Williams writes his themes. I mean, everybody knows this.
He just writes
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah,
Raiders
and
of
Star
the-
Wars. They're having Star Wars and super boop 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 boop.
What about-
boop, boop, boop,
Jaws.
Jaws?
Jaws.
Yeah, that one kind of works. But super boop 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 boop, man, I mean that's a good one. It's a good one. I enjoyed it. I saw it at the IMAX.
This is the one. What's the full title of the thing?
Superman Returns.
Superman Returns. Is that all it is?
Even though if you rub out the U, it says Sperm Man. You can do that quite easily on the posters.
You're dirty.
I am stupid.
Superman Returns.
Superman Returns.
And this is directed by
Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer, who
He
did...
is a director what did X-Men 1 and
Oh, yeah.
X-Men 2 and The Usual Suspects and another film that no one's seen. But anyway, he's very talented.
Yeah.
And he's done a super duper job of Super Duper Man.
Really, it's good, is it?
It's very good, especially the first hour.
Oh.
After he saves the plane,
Yeah.
you can bugger off.
Right.
Because the rest of it's pretty uneventful, with some positively bad things happening. Like Superman has a kid.
Does he?
And that's no good, is it? And that kid's got superpowers.
Well, you'd hope he would.
Emergent superpowers.
Right.
But that doesn't bode well, does it, for the sequels? He's only 6 in this one. If they make another sequel in 4 years, he'll be 10. You don't want a Superboy, do you?
Yeah, it'll turn into Smallville, won't it?
I suppose so. Does Superman have a kid in play? Oh, you mean the kid will become a teenager and
Yeah.
he'll be like teenage Superman?
Yeah, it'll go all
That would be no
OC
good.
on your ass.
But man, the first hour is incredible.
Is it?
Absolutely incredible.
But wait,
yeah.
look, are we talking about like a disastrous tail-off in the style of Independence Day, or is it just a little bit?
No, it's just a little... It basically just can't match the bit where the plane's going down and he saves the plane. And
Right.
that's so incredible. And then there's a brilliant twist about where he lands with the plane. And it's so exciting. And we all up to then, we all thought it was the best film we'd ever seen in our lives.
Right.
I was crying. My girlfriend was puking and weeing at the same time. That's
Yeah.
not true.
Your trousers were soaked.
But
with
it was just
wee.
very, very...
Yeah.
Especially in 3D. 3D technology is just brilliant now.
Is it? I didn't realise it was a 3D film.
Bits of it are in 3D. About 20 minutes of it are in 3D. A little logo comes up and you put your glasses on.
No, in
Yeah.
every cinema this is.
No, just in the IMAX.
Oh, in the IMAX.
You've got to go to the IMAX. But IMAX is the future. Forget about conventional cinemas. IMAX is the place to go.
Yeah.
Especially in 3D. You know how passionate I am about Polar Express.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, boy. But
Joe's
this
the Polar
one,
Express king.
oh, Superman, I do recommend it. It's really, really very, very good. But I tell you who is awful.
Who?
Kate Bosworth and her Lois Lane.
Right.
She's boring. Female characters in movies, generally, they're not allowed any personality. Because personality's sort of sexist, isn't it? All women have got to be amazingly strong and have no sense of humour. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're caricatures.
The closest to a sense of humour you're allowed to get is Jennifer Aniston, who just says whatever and stuff like that.
Well, if women have a sense of humour... Yeah, women generally, if they've got any personality, they're either real harridans and all they do is shout and bitch and they're really sarcastic, or they're kind of like Jennifer Aniston, slightly wet and ditzy or whatever.
Ditzy.
You know.
But Kate Bosworth makes Margot Kidder's performance in the original Superman looks like a complete masterpiece.
Well, it kind of was.
It kind of was. She was brilliant.
Yeah.
I tell you what's even worse than female characters in movies are black female characters in movies.
Oh, tell me.
They've all got to be eco-warriors. They've all got to be into Mother Earth and the environment.
Yeah.
Can't have a sense of humour at all. Got to be really serious and angry about everything. And, terrible.
Well, in animated films as well, I noticed that
Kiddie cartoons.
all the black characters are just sort of sassy mamas, you know?
Yeah.
They're all like, girl,
Yeah.
don't talk to the
Well,
hand,
that's what it's
don't
like.
look at me.
It's like in The Incredibles, isn't it? The black character has to be Mr. Freeze, Mr. Cool. Come on. Anyway, I do recommend Superman Returns. Yeah, and if you see the poster, get a black pen, scribble out the U. It says Sperm Man.
Everybody's happy.
XFM.
That was Lily Allen with Smile. Now, she's the daughter of Keith Allen.
Did we already talk about the video for that?
No.
Well, the video's quite aggressive, isn't it? Her boyfriend dumps her. She arranges for him to be mugged.
Yeah.
Then she arranges for these naughty men to go round to his flat and burgle him, trash his flat, get his entire record collection, scratch up all the records.
Oh.
And it's very vicious and nasty. And it's intercut with her having a meal with him in a cafe and singing the lyrics of the song as if, you know, she's Lily White. Does
Right.
that make sense?
She's Lily Allen.
Instead, she's Lily
Yeah,
Allen.
Exactly.
I don't know. Well, I saw that and I thought, first of all, I thought it was a public information film about how to stop being, like, done over by a woman.
Yeah.
And then I realised it was a pop video and being presented as entertainment.
And that made you appalled?
It made me quite appalled, yeah. They'll stop at nothing, the Allens.
No.
For stardom and celebrity. They'll stop at nothing.
Ruthless.
Ruthless. Anything. They'll do anything.
Yeah.
Appear in anything.
It's a good single, though.
It's a great single. I'm not putting them down.
Yeah.
I think that's a brilliant thing to do.
There's an album coming out as well.
We've got the album. I've got the album. We were sent it the other day.
I haven't got the album.
Well, that's because I nicked it.
You nicked it. You always nick the good stuff.
I'm a knicker-knocker.
You know, we're talking about pop videos, though, and especially the way that women treat men in pop videos.
Women.
It's got completely nuts,
Men.
because I think the assumption is that women used to be treated as, like, pieces of meat in pop videos, right?
Yes.
So now...
And they still are in the hip-hop world.
Yeah, that is true,
Yeah,
isn't
no,
it?
take it from me, though.
Yeah. But then they go too far the other way sometimes and treat men in a kind of outrageous way that you would never, ever treat a woman
Yeah,
like
you know what? There's
in-
been quite a lot of think pieces about this in the
Right.
papers, about particularly in relation to the advertising industry, how
Yeah.
men have become like completely wimped out by adverts.
Yeah.
Men are like the inferior race,
Well,
and
there was
women rule everything, right?
There was a pop video I
Xanthi?
saw the other day.
Yeah, she's happy about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Our producer, she's a woman, you see?
Yeah, get in the corner, Xanthi. Just stop nodding.
Put on a bikini
Yeah,
and
exactly.
grind your booty.
That's right. But no, there was a video I saw the other day where it was like a whole bunch of sexy women with little bikinis on, and they
Nothing wrong with that.
they had a sexy man, right? And he was just wearing a thong, and he was sort of oiled up, and he looked like a dream boy or whatever they were.
Yeah.
They were called those
Yeah.
stripping men.
Well, you tell us, they're your
you know,
dreams.
Who were the Chippendales? There you go.
There we go.
He looked like a Chippendale. And they had him strapped to a chair, and they were humiliating him and throwing things on him and slapping him around and just treating him in a totally outrageous way. And you thought, if this was reversed, if it was a sexy woman strapped to the chair and there was like a load of sexy men doing this to her, it would be the most appalling thing you'd ever seen in your life. You know what I mean? No one would stand for it. So I don't see why it's necessarily okay the other way round.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it should just be free for everybody.
What?
You know, anyone should be allowed to strap anybody to a chair. Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Sexy women. I don't mind. Sexy women could strap me to a chair and humiliate me. I'd like it.
You reckon?
Yeah, I wouldn't be humiliated. Well, I'd look humiliated on the outside, but on the inside, I'd be probably quite aroused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's kind of an invitation to our listeners.
What, to strap me to a chair?
Get some listeners in, lady listeners.
Yeah.
Strap you to a chair, humiliate
What am I
you.
wearing?
You're wearing like a thong.
Can I wear boxers?
Yes.
Instead?
Yeah, you could wear boxers. Now, Joe Cornish, this may seem a little trivial, and I know usually we deal with news topics on the show, but forgive me because it's bugging me. Would you consider a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit?
Well, the Jaffa cake is described on the packaging as a cake.
Yeah.
The Jaffa cakes are cakes, hence Jaffa cake. But I appreciate it's a biscuit-sized cake, so I'd like to offer you this.
Yeah, well,
Biscake.
biscuit.
It's a biscake. Sounds like a different expression, doesn't it?
What?
But it's a biscake. Because it's biscuit-shaped and sized.
Yeah.
But were you to take the jelly orange off and the chocolate, you couldn't describe that thing as a biscuit. A biscuit's to do with consistency and crunch.
Crunch, right.
Like something soft is a cake.
Yeah.
Something tough is a biscuit.
That's interesting. Well, because...
It's not interesting, it's just fact.
Well, it is.
But...
And it has an important financial consequence for the manufacturers of Jaffa cakes, Joe Cornish, because, check this out, under UK law, no VAT is charged on biscuits and cakes, right? They are 0 rated. But check this out. Deal with this. Chocolate-covered biscuits, however, are classed as luxury items and are subject to VAT at 17.5%.
No.
Yes.
But there's no VAT on food.
On chocolate-covered biscuits.
Is there? You're
Yeah.
telling me there's VAT on chocolate-covered biscuits?
Yeah.
I thought generally there's no VAT on food.
Chocolate-covered
like
biscuits.
you don't go to Sainsbury's, you don't get VAT
Chocolate-covered
on the
biscuits.
on the bottom of the thing, do you? You don't give your supermarket bill to your taxman,
Choc-
do you?
For
Adam
your-
Buxton.
for your chocolate-covered
Do you give your
biscuits?
accountant your supermarket receipts?
No.
Exactly. And you certainly don't get a separate... Here's your receipt, sir, for your shopping.
I'm just
And
quoting-
here's your biscuit receipt.
I'm quoting-
Here's your luxury good receipts that you can declare to your accountant. Doesn't happen. You're quoting what?
I'm quoting...
Wikipedia.
I'm quoting the facts from Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. You know that Wikipedia is mostly rubberpedia.
No. In 1991, this
Yeah.
was challenged in court. So I don't think they would have had like a court case if it was completely made
Well,
up.
no,
The
keep
judge,
going.
at one stage, the judge would just say, "Has anyone considered the fact that none of this is real?" Surely we're all wasting our time. I've heard from Joe Cornish. He disputes the fact that any of this is actually
You're
real.
missing out the middleman, which is Wikipedia.
In 1991, the question of whether Jaffa cakes were cakes or biscuits was challenged in court. Now, this may have been because their Jaffa cakes are about the same size and shape as some types of biscuit. The question that had to be answered was this: what criteria should be used to class something as a cake or biscuit? McVitie's defended the classification of Jaffa cakes as a cake by producing a giant Jaffa cake
Wow.
to illustrate that
Just to distract the jury.
yeah.
Oh,
it's a giant cake.
You're not guilty.
Made a
Can I have
cake.
a
It
bit?
looks like a chocolate UFO with an orange alien inside driving
A
it.
big flat orange alien.
No, they produced a giant Jaffa cake to illustrate the fact that their Jaffa cakes were simply mini cakes, right? So
Yeah.
they just blew the whole thing up and said, look, it's a cake. They also argued that the distinction between cakes and biscuits is simply that cakes go hard when stale, whereas biscuits go soft. It was demonstrated that Jaffa cakes become hard when stale, and McVitie's won the case. Yeah.
Wow. That's earth-shattering.
I threw my piece of paper across
That's amazing.
like a lawyer.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because I feel as if I've won my case here and given you some facts.
Wow.
Now, what?
I really didn't follow that at all. There was a court case. McVitie's had something to do with it. A giant UFO landed. It had a big flat orange alien. The jury were so amazed and excited by the giant cake that they threw the case out. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Oh, we've learned so much. So, but in conclusion, a Jaffa cake is a cake because it's
cake.
called a Jaffa cake.
XFM.
James Dean Bradfield, That's No Way to Tell a Lie. That's the debut solo single from the Manic Street Preachers frontman.
And it sounds very like a Manic Street Preachers single, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got the same instrumentation, which must be weird for the other members of the band. Like there they were, having a nice time, being in a famous band.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what happened. What happened with the Preachers? Was it an?
I don't think they've split
They
up.
haven't split. It's just his side project.
Yeah, it's like Tom York. You know, they like to kind of bust out on their own for a little while, flex their solo muscles.
So how must they feel if he releases a single that just is exactly the same as it would be if they were still there?
Well, probably not exactly. I mean,
Disposable.
Nicky Wire
the
usually
answer.
writes the lyrics, and I don't suppose he wrote the lyrics for that one. Maybe he did. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Does it sound less good? Do you think it sounds less good than their usual stuff? Or as good? Do you miss the rest of the band?
Well, no, it's like a certain type of Mannix track, isn't it?
Right.
It's not like all their stuff. But
That's a good answer. If I was the rest of the Mannix, I'd be a little bit unsettled.
Do you think you'd feel
I'd
a
be
bit spare?
unsettled, yeah.
Oh.
Be like when Ronan went solo from Boyzone.
You know, one other fallacy.
I mean, you release Life is a Roller Coaster, there's no going back, is there,
That's
for the
right.
rest of the band?
No, exactly. That's true, isn't it?
It is true.
And here's another fallacy. When they go solo, they always complain that, no, the band hasn't split, everything's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just having
But
like
it's
a
the beginning of
holiday.
the end.
It's the beginning.
Like, what about Tom York?
Exactly.
His solo stuff.
Exactly.
Is that's the end of Radiohead? No, it's not. No, it's not.
it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
Internal ructions, surely, wouldn't you think?
There's got to be.
No, but I mean, sometimes it has the effect of making everyone happier to see each other, you know.
Bringing people together, yeah.
Exactly. Once you've gone out and proved a few things for yourself, then you come back, you see your bandmates, you realise that you're a stronger proposition when you're together.
when you prove that you can't really do it on your own.
Right, that's when you've had
when
a
you go
total
out and
failure.
prove that you can't do it, then it's, hey guys,
Hey, we're better
suddenly I
together.
see the value. But when you go out and you make a record like Life is a Roller Coaster,
Yeah,
then it's goodbye Boyzone.
that's right. It's like you and me, though, isn't it, Joe? You know,
Yeah, I did that. I'm Ronan, and you're the gay one.
All right then. Which one are you from House of Pain?
The very, very high one.
This is XFM.
Hey there, welcome back to the Tate Modern. We're up in the caff on the roof. Is a stunning view of London. The sun's setting. It's a stun set. The tourists are kind of filtering out, so it's quite empty. We're a little bit tooty. Adam's having some sort of slimming biscuit.
I can't get the biscuit open.
He's bought his own biscuits.
There we go. It's a go-ahead bar, Joe.
Go ahead and have it, Adam.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Go
I
ahead
will.
with that bar.
Well, it's lower in fat, you see, so I can go ahead and have it whenever
Go
I
ahead.
want.
There's nothing stopping you.
I can go ahead and have 50 if I want.
You can,
You know?
but you'll go ahead and be a big old fatty.
No, I can't be because they're lower in fat.
You want to eat some Jaffa cakes?
No, you can't.
Recommended by sports nutritionists.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. So what was your favourite bit of art today?
Oh, I don't know. I liked all of it, Ad. I liked all of it equally. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's not very discerning though, is it?
Who says you have to be discerning?
You just love all art.
I didn't love it. I just quite liked it, all of it. It was average. Thought it was all average. If I flatlined on it.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening. Yeah, bye.
Bye, love you, bye.